The wine was cheap, the living room crowded, and Jenna was holding court again. "So, what's new with you?" she asked, eyes already sliding past me to someone more important. She always did that check-in without listening. I took a sip of Pinot. "I launched my Etsy store last week." Her brows lifted. Oh, that single syllable was already barbed. "Yeah. Custom prints, illustrations, a few home decor pieces. It's been," she laughed, low, like a smoker's purr. "Oh my God, you're serious?" My hand tightened around the stem of the glass. "Yes. Wait, sorry, She waved a hand, still laughing. "You went to RISD. You had clients. Now you're selling watercolor quotes on what? Mugs?" Conversations paused around us. I saw Liv glance over, caught the flicker of discomfort in Kara's eyes. Jenna didn't see it or didn't care. "I'm building a brand," I said quietly. "Oh, babe, I'm sure you are," Jenna said, still smiling, still loud. "That's so cute." I didn't answer. I smiled, too, a different kind of smile, and I filed that moment somewhere cold and deep. Later, in the kitchen, Kara leaned on the counter beside me. She was harsh, she said, voice low. "You okay?" I shrugged. "She's always like that. Not with everyone." That part was true. Jenna knew her audience. She saved the barbs for people she thought wouldn't bite. "She doesn't mean anything by it," I said anyway. Watching her from across the room, Jenna stood in a cluster of her kind, tech polished, brand fluent, laughter always on cue. She glanced my way, just once, and gave me a wink like we were still on the same team. We weren't. 2 weeks later, we met for coffee. Her idea. "So, how's Etsy?" she asked, sipping her cold brew like it cost respect. "Steady," I said. "Building." She leaned in. "Listen, I meant to say I hope I didn't offend you that night. I was just surprised. You're really doing it." "I am." Jenna tapped her nails on the cup. "I mean, it's just, Etsy feels so small. You used to pitch global campaigns, remember?" "I remember." "Okay, just, I don't want you selling yourself short. You've got real talent." That was the second blow, coated in concern. "The kind that pretends to lift while it pushes you down." "I'm not selling myself short," I said. "I'm selling what I want." She blinked, smiled. Sure. Just checking in." But I wasn't the one drifting. 2 months in, she stopped liking my posts. No more comments, no reposts. She wasn't subtle. Not really. I heard she'd started consulting with a small retail app. Branding, growth strategy, influencer partnerships. The same space, same keywords. She didn't mention it to me. Then one afternoon, she sent a link. "Thought this might inspire you." It was an article. "Why most Etsy businesses fail within 2 years." I didn't reply. At Liv's birthday, I saw her again. She was animated, wine-warm, telling someone about a luxury candle brand she was helping relaunch. I told them, she said, "You can't treat digital like a scrapbook. Aesthetic has to convert." She turned, spotted me, smiled. "Speaking of digital, how's Mug Life?" "It's called Inland Studio," I said. "And it's doing fine." "Oh, right," she said quickly. "Inland. That's cute." There it was again. Cute. Always her favorite cut. "I saw you followed my Pinterest board," she added, like it was proof we were still close. "I follow lots of boards." Her smile twitched. "Well, hey, if you ever need help scaling, I've Got ideas. Happy to collab. I held her gaze. Thanks, but I think I've got it handled. Silence. Just a beat too long, then she laughed soft, sugar-coated. Of course you do. After the party, I sat in my car a long time. Engine off. Cold air creeping in. The thing about Jenna's laugh, it wasn't just mockery. It was dismissal. Like I was something quaint, a relic of who she used to be friends with before she got serious. I stared at the steering wheel, that small crack inside me widening. I hadn't imagined it. I just wanted to. My phone buzzed. Jenna. Drinks. Next week. Just us. Been forever. I stared at it for a full minute, then deleted the thread. Not forever, I thought, but soon enough. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Jenna clinked her glass against mine. To female founders. To building something that matters. I said. She smiled. Absolutely. Even if it's just tea towels and affirmations. I blinked. Sorry? I meant that sweetly, she said, adjusting her earring. You know, cozy, intentional, that whole niche. It's very now. We were at her rooftop mixer. String lights, curated playlists, lavender cocktails. I was the only one without a LinkedIn post about it. I don't sell tea towels. She laughed. God, I know. It's just shorthand. People love that handmade vibe. You've nailed it. Thanks. Anytime, babe. I admire your bravery stepping away from agency life like that. I didn't jump, I said. I walked. Jenna tilted her head. Still, it's a gamble. I don't think I'd ever have the minimalism in me. She meant income. She always meant income. At dinner the next week, she brought it up again. I keep thinking about your Etsy thing, she said, handing me a menu. You've got guts. It's called Inland Studio. I said, right? Sorry. It's just I can never remember those shop names. They blend. They don't. Actually. Jenna smiled. That's the spirit. God, I could never do it. Too many platforms. Too much chasing. I'm not chasing. She sipped her wine. Of course not. You're creating. Very woman of the earth. Love it. I set the menu down. Jenna, what are you doing? What? You keep bringing it up. Always with a backhand. Backhand. She leaned in. No, honey. I'm trying to support you. You're defensive. I'm responding. You're overreading, she said. Eyes cool now. Maybe that's part of the solopreneur anxiety. I held her gaze. Maybe you just don't like that I left your orbit. That's dramatic, she said flatly. We've been friends forever. I nodded. Yes. And that's why I know when you're pulling thread. Later that night, she messaged me. Jenna, sorry if I came off wrong. I just don't want to see you burn out. Me. You won't. Jenna, you know I love you, right? I didn't answer. At Maya's engagement party, she hugged me like nothing had changed. Look at you, she said. Very indie chic. Selling well. Well enough. She linked arms with me. We should do a pop-up sometime. You bring the cozy. I'll bring the conversions. I'm not looking for partnerships. Oh, come on, she said. Imagine how much traffic I could drive to your what do you call them printables? Originals, I said. Hand-inked. She laughed, short. Of course. That's what makes it artisanal. I stepped back. I think we're done here. Don't be like that, she said, suddenly quiet. You're overreacting. No, I'm just done pretending. Her face froze. What's that supposed to mean? It means I see what you're doing. Every smile with a sting. Every lift that's really a dig. She glanced around. You want to do this here? I didn't bring it here. You did. Every time you made my work a punchline. She dropped her arms. I don't mock your work. You diminish it. Constantly. It's not personal, she said. I tease everyone. You know that. No, I said. You test people, and I'm not taking the test anymore. She stared. So that's it. Thread by thread, I said. You pulled it. I just stopped patching it back. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. My shop visits had dropped by 42% in a week. No viral news. No algorithm update. No warning. Just silence where steady traffic used to be. I refreshed the dashboard again. Same dip. Same hollow curve at brunch. Jenna waved me over. You look tense. Need a mimosa or a meltdown? Bit of both. She grinned. That's the spirit. I slid into the booth. She was already mid-story about a campaign she'd ghost built for a startup CEO. He calls me his secret weapon. Cute, right? I set my phone down. I've been having a weird analytics dip. Etsy? She asked. I nodded. Traffic's tanked. Bounce rates spiked. It doesn't feel organic. She sipped her drink. That platform's messy. Bots, glitches, low-quality traffic. I track patterns. This was surgical. Jenna raised a brow. Surgical? Consistent timing. Targeted search terms. Every hit exits in under 5 seconds. She tilted her head. Sounds intense. It is a beat past. She stirred her drink slowly. You think it's personal? She asked. I don't. No. But it doesn't feel random. She smiled. But it didn't reach her eyes. Maybe your stuff's just a plateauing. No. She shrugged. Okay. Just saying sometimes the market shifts. People get bored. My engagement's fine. Traffic is what cratered. Jenna glanced out the window. Maybe someone's jealous. I looked at her. Maybe. She met my stare. Blinked. Then smiled again. Don't look at me. I barely know how Etsy works. You do. She laughed. Oh my God. Are you seriously suggesting I what? Attacked your store? I'm saying I notice patterns. And changes in tone. Her voice dropped. You think I'd sabotage you over mugs? I leaned in. You've been mocking this business since it started. That's not sabotage. That's commentary. Commentary doesn't tank analytics. She rolled her eyes. Please. What would I even do? Hire clickbots. Write a script. I bill out at $400 an hour. I don't waste time on. On what? On petty digital voodoo. You've got access. Tech. Networks. It wouldn't take much. She laughed again. This is paranoia. Then smile shouldn't twitch when I mention it. Her face froze. I sat back. There it is. You've lost it, she said. I kept receipts, I said, including IP data, patterns, timing. She blinked. You're bluffing. I'm not. Silence. Then she exhaled. Okay. Say I was curious. Say I clicked around. That's not sabotage. 30 clicks a day from the same masked proxy is deliberate. She tilted her head. You've been watching me. I've been watching the damage. Jenna set her glass down. Why would I even care? Because I left your shade. And you hate not being the sun. That's poetic, she said. And pathetic. I stood. We're done here. She scoffed. You're overreacting. No, I said. I'm recalibrating. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The cursor blinked like a slow metronome. I hadn't blinked in nearly a minute. Okay, I murmured. Let's see what you didn't mean to leave behind. I wasn't angry. That had passed. This was something colder, sharper. Jenna had underestimated me. People often did when you were quiet. I opened the review logs from my Etsy dashboard. 1-star hits, all within the same 2-week window. Identical phrasing. Low effort, overpriced. Felt copied. To clean, to rehearsed. I copied a user ID Shelby Knights and cross-checked it against Etsy's community forums. Buried deep in a troubleshooting thread from 2020. The same handle had asked about linking emails to review accounts. The screenshot they posted showed the top left corner of a Gmail inbox. I zoomed in. Jen B. strategy@gmail.com. I leaned back. My breath caught, then steadied. Once, I opened a blank doc and started listing everything. 3 hours later, my list had timestamps, IP matches, cache logs from my back-end plugin, and a digital footprint Jenna probably didn't even know she'd left. I called Maya. Hey, she answered, chipper. Everything okay? Can I ask you something? Of course. You remember when Jenna helped that retail client a year ago? The one that sold curated gifting experiences. Oh, yeah, Luxacrate. Why? Do you remember if she handled the review strategy? There was a pause. Yeah, she set up dummy profiles to simulate momentum. Why? Did she ever mention a handle? Maya hesitated. Shelby Knights. Why are you? Thanks. That's all I needed. Wait, what's going on? I can't explain yet. Does this have to do with your store? The weird traffic? Yeah. She exhaled. Do you need help? Not yet. Just data. I emailed Etsy's trust and safety team. I attached the logs, the screenshots, the handle cross-references, and phrased the note like a concerned seller, not a betrayed friend. I clicked send. Then I stared at the wall until the silence thickened. At midnight, I messaged Liv. Can you talk? Yeah, she replied. Call me. I dialed. You okay? She asked. I found something. About Jenna? She's been targeting my store. Fake reviews, proxy traffic, scripted click loops. Oh my God. She used a recycled burner account from an old campaign. Same handle, same email and metadata. Are you serious? I don't joke in spreadsheets. There was a long silence. Why would she? Control? Ego? I don't know, but she did it. Are you okay? I paused. I was humiliated. Now I'm clear. What are you going to do? Handle it. Quietly. Do you want me to say something to her? No. That would be noise. I'm done with noise. Liv exhaled. You always were colder than people realized. Cold is steady. She's going to lose it when this hits. She already has. She just doesn't know it yet. I opened Jenna's Pinterest page. She'd been posting mood boards for a new brand. Soft neutrals, serif fonts, conscious commerce mantras. I checked the link domain. It wasn't purchased yet. I opened my registrar, typed the name available. I bought it. Added privacy shielding. Transferred DNS to a parked landing page. No links. Just a message. This domain has been claimed. Kindly choose another identity. Then I closed my laptop, poured a glass of water, and sat in silence, not proud, not angry, prepared. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The post was captioned, coming soon. Conscious commerce meets minimalist living. Watch this space. Below it, a pale grid of eucalyptus leaves. woven textures, and half-burned pillar candles. Jenna's aesthetic filtered, curated, hungry for praise. She'd tagged the teaser. At Very Living I checked the bio. Launching 2025. www.vireoliving.com. I clicked the link. 404. Page not found interesting. I typed the URL into my registrar. The page loaded with one word. Available. I stared at it. Then typed slowly, vireoliving.com, add to cart checkout. Private registration. Yes. Auto renew. Yes. 3 minutes. $112. Peace of mind. The next day, Jenna posted again. Building something beautiful. If you know, you know. Hashtag founder energy, hashtag new chapter, hashtag VIREO in the comments. Liv asked, is the site live yet? Jenna replied, soon. Just wrapping up final details. Maya called that afternoon. Did you see Jenna's post? I did. She's getting buzz. People are asking if you two are collaborating. No. Just saying it's adjacent. Not anymore. That night, I updated the domain. No content. Just a line of text. Centered in neutral gray. This property has been claimed. Kindly choose another identity. 3 days later, Jenna texted me. Jenna, weird question, did you buy vireoliving.com? I didn't respond. Jenna, it's just, I was going to launch there. Still silent. She called. I let it ring out. 5 minutes later, another text. Jenna, I really hope this isn't some kind of message. I replied. Me? It's not a message. It's a mirror. The next morning, she sent a voice note. Look, I don't know what's going on, but if this is about the reviews or whatever, I think we've both made our points. Can we just move past the drama? I didn't answer. That weekend, I saw her at Talia's pop-up. She cornered me near the back. You ignored my messages. I read them. Then why not answer? Nothing to clarify. She folded her arms. Did you seriously buy my domain? You mean the one you never registered? Her jaw tightened. It was clearly mine. You posted a name, not a claim. That's semantics. It's business. You're not a businesswoman. I smiled. Apparently I am. She stepped closer. You don't get to hijack my vision. You should have protected it. I trusted people. You weaponized them. Her face flushed. Is this revenge? No. This is ownership. Of what? A URL. Of the silence you mistook for weakness. She stared at me, breathing hard. I'll relaunch. I'm sure you will. But people will know. I met her eyes. They already do. The email subject line was, thought you should know. I deleted it. I typed again. About the domain. Backspaced. Then. Let's talk. Closed the tab. I wasn't looking for closure. I was watching timing. Her launch date was a Friday. On Monday, she posted a countdown. 3 days until something beautiful. On Wednesday, she shared a blurry teaser of a logo. Vireo. In soft lowercase. Against grainy linen. Thursday, radio silence. Friday. The site link still read. This property has been claimed. Kindly choose another identity. I refreshed it at 11:59 a.m. Still mine. That afternoon, I ran into Talia at the co-op. She's freaking out, she said, flipping her sunglasses up. Was crying in her car outside grounded. About what? Launch delay. Said her site's been hijacked or something. I just nodded. Talia narrowed her eyes. Do you know anything? About her car or her site? Both? No. She said it was a sabotage situation, that someone bought her domain out from under her. That happens, I said. She seemed sure. I looked at the herbs in my basket. Then maybe she should have clicked faster. Talia stared. Was it you? I met her eyes. Would it matter? She didn't answer. That night, I opened the draft folder again. Typed. You always assumed you had the upper hand. You called it brand building. I call it erasure. Paused. Deleted it. New line. If you'd protected your idea like you protected your ego, we wouldn't be here. Deleted that, too. One more try. You silenced me for years. Now I'm simply returning the favor. I hovered, then closed the tab. Saturday, she posted a story. Her hand on a latte, a vague caption. Resetting, rebuilding, reclaiming. I watched it twice, then muted her. Sunday morning, I met Liv for a walk. She still hasn't launched, Liv said, tightening her scarf. I know. People are asking. A couple DMs on that teaser post. She's deleting some. Smart. She's not naming you. She wouldn't dare. Liv glanced over. You okay? I'm fine. No second thoughts. I didn't hack her. I didn't lie. I didn't spread anything. Just bought what she never claimed. Yes. Liv exhaled. She's saying it's a tech delay. She can say what she wants. You ever going to talk to her? No. No message? No moment of I told you so. Silence has a longer shelf life. Liv looked at me. You're colder than I thought. No, I said. I'm just quieter than she realized. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. She picked the place clean lines, brass accents, rose syrup in the lattes. Jenna always knew how to curate ambience. I arrived on time. She was already seated, typing something aggressively into her phone. Hey you, she said, flashing a smile a beat too late. Hi. She gestured to the seat across. I ordered you a lavender flat white. Hope that's still your thing. It is. Silence stretched while the barista delivered our drinks. She wrapped her hands around her cup. So, I'm having a week. I gathered. She gave a tight laugh. You've probably seen the comments. People asking when my brand's launching. I saw some posts. Well, she sighed. Let's just say there have been some unexpected hurdles. I let her talk. My site's been down. Not just down, blocked. Hijacked. I don't even know what to call it. I nodded slightly. I had it in my bio, you know? Very living calm. Everyone knew. And then just taken. Redirected to some cryptic message. I sipped my coffee. I mean, it's not even competitive. My brand is totally different from your thing. You sell art. I sell lifestyle. Is that what you call it? She blinked. Sorry? Lifestyle. She gave a brittle smile. You know what I mean. I know what you tell yourself. Jenna straightened. Look, I didn't ask you here to fight. Good. I just thought maybe you'd heard something. Heard what? I don't know. You're plugged in. Etsy, creators, digital people. Maybe someone's trying to mess with me. Could be. She watched me. You think it's random. Nothing's random if you leave the door open. I didn't leave the door open. You posted the key in your bio. For months. She narrowed her eyes. If someone did this on purpose, it's personal. Could be professional. Same thing. I leaned forward. You came here for something. Say it. She hesitated. Did you take it? The domain. She nodded. I held her gaze. Why would I do that? Her voice dropped. Because you hate me. I don't. Because I pushed too far. You did. I was just Being me. I know. She stared at her cup. I've been getting fake reviews. Negative bots. I don't know if they're connected, but it's wrecking my prep. How ironic. Her head lifted sharply. You think I deserved this? I think you talked this language long before you had to hear it. Her jaw tensed. So it was you. I protect my work, I said evenly. Maybe you should too. You're punishing me. I'm not punishing you. I'm reflecting you. She cut herself off. This isn't you. You never knew me. I knew enough to see you couldn't handle real pressure. No, I said. You saw I wouldn't play your game. She pushed her chair back. Congratulations. You won. You bought a domain. I stood. No, Jenna. I built a boundary. And then I claimed the land around it. Her face cracked just slightly. We were friends. We were something. She shook her head, blinking fast. I hope it was worth it. It was necessary. I left first. She didn't follow. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The form was sterile. A drop-down of reasons. Harassment, abuse, false reviews. I selected targeted sabotage. Under additional context, I attached logs, timestamps, user account patterns, and a spreadsheet of 31 IP-matched visits that bounced under 6 seconds each. I included screenshots metadata from the fake review account, a thread from a marketing forum where she once boasted about ghost influence campaigns, and the cached Gmail ID from her 2020 post. Everything was clean. Professional. No commentary. No emotion. I hit submit. 3 days later, I got the reply, "Hello. Thank you for your detailed report. After internal investigation, we have confirmed a violation of our seller policy and review integrity guidelines. We have taken appropriate steps." The rest was legal fluff. I didn't need more. She messaged me 2 hours after the Etsy decision hit. Jenna, hey, have you heard anything about a review audit? My store's been flagged. I ignored it. 10 minutes later, Jenna, they froze my account. What's happening? Then, Jenna, did you say something? Can we talk? I muted her. Maya called me that night. You good? I'm fine. She's spiraling. Called me crying. About? Her store. She says someone reported her. Review abuse or something. Someone must have been thorough. Maya paused. She said the account matched her IP. Then it wasn't someone. It was her. She's panicking. Claims it was old automation she forgot to disable. That's convenient. She's scared. She should be. The next day, Jenna posted a vague story. Sometimes systems fail us. Sometimes people do. No apology. No admission, just deflection. Curated in warm tones and fox wisdom. By evening, her shop page redirected to a deactivation notice. Her listings were gone. Liv texted me. Did you do that? I replied. I submitted evidence. Etsy did the rest. She's losing it. Then she shouldn't have played. The last message Jenna ever sent me came 2 days later. Jenna, why are you doing this? I read it twice. Then archived it. No reply. There's nothing left to say when the proof speaks louder. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. I changed the logo first. Cleaner lines. Warmer serif, softer palette. The old one had felt apologetic, like it was asking for space. The new one took it. Next came the name, Vireo Studio. Legal, distinct, mine. Close enough to make her flinch if she saw it. Far enough that no one else would question it. You rebranded? Liv asked, scrolling my updated page. Quietly. Vireo Studio. Bold choice. It fits. She looked up. You know she's going to see it. I'm counting on it. I reshot every product photo, natural light, minimal staging, no styled hands or airy quotes. Just work. Honest, deliberate, sharp. Sales tripled the week after launch. Maya texted, "Your new site looks incredible. Thanks. Did you always plan to use the domain?" "Eventually. It's genius, honestly. It's precision." I added a homepage tagline: "Function meets form. Intention meets edge." No fluff. No trend chasing. Just clarity. A week later, Jenna's name popped up in my customer analytics. Location: Brooklyn. Time on page: 17 minutes. Exit through the contact tab. No message left. Liv called. She saw it. "I know." She asked if I helped you pick the name. "What did you say?" "I said it was your studio. Your decision." "Good." She's trying to relaunch under a new name, but she's scattered. She was always style first. Your strategy first. I'm endurance first. In a group thread, someone dropped a link to my new site. Ikara replied, "This is stunning." Jenna left the group the next morning. To influencers I never pitched posted my product shots. One captioned it, "The new era of handmade." At Video Studio nailed it. Maya messaged, "She's spiraling. I'm not watching. She says you stole her brand. She abandoned it." That night, I checked the site again. Every detail in place. Every shadow gone. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it rebrands. Quietly. Permanently. The event was all polished concrete, soft jazz, and name tags with titles that didn't quite mean anything. I stood near the charcuterie table, half a glass of wine in hand, nodding through a conversation about sustainable branding. "She's stepping away," someone said. Behind me, I turned slightly. A woman in a navy pantsuit swirled her drink. "Jenna Blake. Heard she's shifting out of digital entirely." "Really?" her friend asked. "She was all over that Vireo thing. She said she's reprioritizing wellness." I took a slow sip. "She used to run this space," the friend said. "Now I barely see her on panels." "She's still around," I said, not turning. They glanced at me. One of them tilted her head. "You look familiar." "I run Vireo Studio." "Oh," Pantsuit said, eyes lighting up. "That's you. Your packaging is gorgeous." "Thanks. You came out of nowhere." "I didn't," I said. "You just didn't see me yet." Later, by the bar, a freelance copywriter leaned in. "I've been following your work," she said. "You don't post much, but when you do, it lands." "Intentional silence," I said. "Smart." Too many people confuse volume with value. I nodded toward the center of the room. "Is Jenna here?" She scanned the crowd. "No idea. Haven't seen her in months." Someone from a wellness brand asked if I'd be open to collaboration. "Maybe," I said. "Depends on the fit." "You've got gravity," she said. "People mention you now like a reference point." "Interesting. Are you scaling?" "Carefully." She smiled. "Powerful strategy." By the code check, I overheard a whisper. "She's the one who took the domain." "No." "Yeah. Rebuilt the whole thing under her own studio." I turned. Two designers I didn't know looked at me mid-sentence. I raised my glass slightly. "If you're going to whisper, at least be accurate." They flushed. One said, "We didn't mean." "It's fine." The other managed. "It's honestly kind of iconic." "I didn't do it to be iconic," I said. "Why then?" "To stop orbiting people who burn." They didn't reply. I took my coat and left. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. It was just past midnight when I typed it in. VIREO living. Com still mine. Still redirected to my store. The landing page opened my new fall collection glowing softly in neutral tones and bold shadows. The font crisp. The lines deliberate. I hovered over the domain panel. One click, and I could transfer ownership. Price it. Offer it. Wipe the line. I didn't. A message box blinked open, an old inquiry I'd left unanswered. Hi. Is this site for sale? I'm interested. From her. I checked the email. Anonymous. But the location was familiar. Brooklyn. Obvious. I closed it. My phone buzzed. Liv. You're up late. Couldn't sleep. Checking your empire? Something like that. She's still trying? Apparently. You. Going to give it back? No. You sure? It's not hers anymore. Liv was quiet for a moment. You ever think about reaching out? No. Not even to finish it. It's already finished. Fair. I stared at the DNS settings. All it would take was one edit. Hand it over. Let her try again. Instead, I renamed the page title. Betrayal Studio, born from intention, owned with clarity. I saved it. My site's analytics ticked up another visitor from her neighborhood. I imagined her face when she saw the tagline. The redirected traffic. The clean ownership. But it didn't spark satisfaction. Just stillness. Maya had asked last week. If she apologized, would you let it go? I'd said, I already did. I wasn't holding a grudge. I was holding ground. The domain stayed where it was, so did I. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. I passed her name on a podcast once, buried in a sentence. Half-hearted praise for a project she never launched. I didn't flinch. At a studio open house, someone asked, didn't you used to know Jenna Blake? I did. I said, are you two still close? No. They nodded. You're doing amazing now. I smiled. Thank you. She never apologized. Not in words, not in action. She didn't reach out, not directly. Just subtle moves, liking tag posts, following mutuals again, circling. Like something unsaid might pull us back. It wouldn't. Maya asked once, why don't you tell people what she did? Why? Because it's the truth. I know it. That's enough. She walked away clean. She walked away alone. At a panel, someone said, you have a quiet strength. I replied, that's where the real kind lives. I saw her once months later. Across a bookstore aisle. She looked smaller. Eyes flicked to mine. Then away, no words. No nod. I walked past her like wind. Liv called later. She saw you. I know. She didn't say anything. She never did when it mattered. You miss her? No. I still own the domain. Still check the analytics. She still looks. I don't block her. Let her see. Power isn't loud. It doesn't throw punches. It stands stilled. It lets the truth echo without saying a word. Her name was the wound. My silence is the scar.